Sammy, the Spanish guy Gabar, and new TNT champion, and you, yes you, right now are listening to the
Bob Culture Podcast.
Bob Culture Podcast.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Nothing between the lines of the page or out of sight. Forgiveness is for angels with its angel spell and a line that in no second chance or redemption can be found. 'Cause you can't run the devil and the devil is running you down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to a very stormy edition
Very cloudy.
of the BCP. Very excited at this time to welcome in. And this is another one that's long overdue. She is the first ever and current AAW Women's Champion, a multiple time hashtag wrestling fashion nominee, good friend, Miss JC Storm. Welcome in, JC. Thank you so much. How are you?
Good. Thank you guys for having me.
No, we're not. Please, we're not worthy over here. Please. Thank you for making the time. We got to see you at Warriors of Wrestling. Finally got to meet you. We heard so many good things about you. I love the gear. I want to talk about the wrestling fashion. I want to talk about the clouds, all that kind of stuff. But first and foremost, I don't want to bury the lead here. Just got packed from Nepal. That sounds amazing. I think you wrestled there. Tell us a little bit about the trip. Tell us a little bit about getting to wrestle all over the world. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was such a great experience. The trip itself was super long, but that was fine. But it was literally like a 17-hour flight. I had a layover, but once I got there, everybody was super nice, super respectful. Like, oh my God, I love them. They hold a very special place in my heart now. And wrestling there was definitely different, completely different from here. Like in the aspect of, here it's more like, you have your training stuff in a building and things are more, how it is like, and then you go to these places where they get a ring from like anything, because if that's what they want to do, that's their passion, that's what they want to do, wrestle. So they get whatever they can and build a ring and still put in the work, So if it was different to see how other people, the measures that they go to follow their dreams and make it happen. So that was amazing for me.
That's amazing
to have to share that experience with them.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
I love the wrestlers that like really go the extra mile, because I feel like sometimes, like, not to say we get stuck, but like I'm trying to expand, like I'm knowing wrestlers, like we're doing our end of the year awards. I want to know like people from the Midwest, like a lot of my awards are Northeast based here, but I love the wrestlers that go the extra mile. Literally, Ray Kalitri, yourself, who travel the world. Like, did you get time to like take in the sights, try some great food? Like, tell us about the culture, all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, I loved it. They had this thing where everybody who they didn't know, they would put like these scarves over you, and it was just and like these beads as well, and it was just a show of like respect that they have for you, for you taking the time to even go over there. So that was amazing. I'm a super picky eater, like I'm allergic to like things. So the fact that I loved everything they gave me.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Shocked me. Yeah. The food was amazing. I'm a big red wine fan, so everywhere I go, I have to try red wine. But even the wine was good. The people were amazing. The crowd as well. Like, they didn't know me at all. All they knew was stuff that they've heard about me. So after I finished my match, everyone wanted pictures and stuff like that, just to get to know me personally. So that was like a super humbled experience. And I also got to meet different wrestlers from different places. because it was an international championship match show that they were having, which they didn't call it match, they call it games. So that was different for me as well. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, so are you ready for the games?" And I was like, "What do you mean the games? Like my match?" But yeah, so they call it games. And I got to meet different people from different other companies in like Pakistan and India and different other places. So that was amazing as well.
That's epic. And games just sounds more epic.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. We just got done watching War Games, so it was called War Matches. It'd be a little different. Exactly. Yeah.
But I got to ask you this one.
Yeah, I felt like I was going into like something like they're like, yeah, the games. I'm like Hunger Games.
Yeah. Oh man, it's serious business. But that's so cool to hear. And we asked the hard hitting question. No, we don't, not at all. On the BCP here, but I got to ask you talk about being a foodie going around. There is this ongoing war. We see it on Facebook where Wes is talking about 7-Eleven. You're talking about Wawa. I like them both, honestly. I think Wawa has the best chocolate milk, but I'm a Slurpee guy too. Like, I like them both. Go ahead. Tell us about Wawa.
Listen, I feel bad for Kyle because he's grown up with that. You know, he how could you do that to somebody? That is horrible. You know, you can't beat Wawa's. Wawa's has literally a menu of so many options. They got the touch screen. 7-Eleven don't got that. They're still stuck in the past. And all he cares about is the free soda that he's getting. So I'm just gonna tell you. I'm just letting you guys know. We know, they know, he doesn't know. And that's just how it is. That
you bring some good points to the equation. I like them both personally. Whoever wants to sponsor us, give us a call. We'll put you over. We ask the hard hitting questions here, of course.
I was going to say, does 7-Eleven have reward points?
Do that? I think they might.
I want to say that they do. I don't remember.
Ask Wes. He'll know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fair question.
If they have rewards points, Wes has a lot of them.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good point. But I did want to ask you this one because you not only caught our eye at Warriors of Wrestling, but we heard so many good things about you coming into that. It was a pleasure to meet you at Warriors of Wrestling. I was like, I want to have her on the show right away. Tell us a little bit about the genesis of JC Storm, the persona. We love the gear. We love the my drum set's like the green and black. So you had like the green that night and I absolutely loved it. Tell us all about that because that's what sets you apart. And I love it so much.
Thank you. I go by JC Storm, and I like to consider myself like the elemental. So a lot of my gears that I came up with pretty much go with different elements of the world. So I have a blue gear, and that one has kind of like thunderbolts and stuff like that. So it's kind of the thunderstorm one, and I come out with my cloud, and it illuminates in blue. Then I also have my green one, which is more like the earthy Mother Nature vibe. And that one I come out with my green cloud. So I recently now got kind of a darker black one with red. So there's something that's going to change a little bit with that gear. And I have another one that's pink, and it's kind of like the tornado one as well. That there's going to be something different with that one too. So I do like to mix it up and change it up a little bit. And yeah, so with my movesets, I like to name them as well as anything that has to do with natural disasters or any type of different storms. Because I feel like when people hear the name storm, they just automatically think it's like rain. And there's different types of storms, you know? There's firestorms, there's ice storms, there's everything. So that's what I would like to get across for like my character.
I love it. And I'm a big fan. As far as the merch, are you going to do like little clouds and stuff like that?
Everybody asks me this. They want me to sell little clouds. And I have been looking into it. So, maybe they will illuminate too.
Yes, they have to. That's amazing. That's so cool. But obviously you're killing it. You're traveling the world. Had a great match at Warriors of Wrestling. What are the, not to be cliche, but what are the goals moving forward? Because we're seeing a lot of our friends getting that opportunity even through the pandemic era. A lot of our friends almost weekly at this point, popping up on AEW Dark, getting that spotlight. What are the goals for you moving forward personally?
For me personally, just even now, every opportunity that I've gotten, I'm super humbled and blessed because I did just start doing indie wrestling this summer. My first match ever in the indies.
Oh,
was,
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, my first match was in April, and then my second match was June, and then from June on forward, I've been having matches every month. So I did get to finally travel internationally, still my first year. So I'm pretty stoked about that, and I'm pretty blessed and happy about that. But definitely moving forward, I would love to have obviously any opportunity with AEW or Impact or MLW. Just saying. But internationally, I would love to keep on traveling and getting to know the different cultures of wrestling in different places. I know Japan has always been one of my favorites, but having the opportunity to wrestle at Nepal did open up some doors for me. And I did get a couple of different offers for other countries. So I'm going to keep that a secret for now. But I did.
Wow, humble brag.
So
I like
That's
it.
huge.
So 2022 is looking very exciting.
I love that. Like,
That's amazing.
Because we do ask a lot of people that question, and every once in a while, people are just like, I just want to, like, before I go here or sign here, whatever it is, like, I want to travel. And like, this being so early in your career, that's amazing. Like, I didn't know that it was that early in your career because you're killing it already. The fact that you're going, again, literally the extra mile, getting the experience and learning, that's amazing to hear. And that being said, you won the AAW Women's Championship, like we said in the intro. What does that mean to you so early in your career? First ever.
I'm super excited, first of all. I had a 3-way match, and both those girls, it was Izzy and Valerie, and both those girls gave their heart out too in the match. So nothing but respect to them. But I knew coming in there that this was something bigger, and this was an opportunity for me to lead that division in that company. So I went in there giving it my all. So I'm happy with the outcome. And I'm ready for any challenger. Anybody who's listening and wants to come and challenge me
Throwing
for the
down the
belt, and
gauntlet.
you think you got what it takes, then come on over.
I like that. Who would not necessarily defend that title because you laid down the challenge. We'll see who steps up to that. But who would you want to work here on the independents, maybe in the Northeast scene that you haven't worked with yet?
That I haven't worked with yet. That's a little hard, I guess, because I have worked with a lot of the women in this area a lot. Like I've worked with Megan, Tina San Antonio, Danny Moe, Mimi, Adina, Christina. So I've worked with
all the big names. Yeah. That's awesome. We got Vicky's got all the gold over here. There's Riley just became the goddesses champion over here. So is it to target more gold? Do you want to collect the gold kind of a thing?
Yeah, I've had my match with Vicky as well in AWA. She did cheat to retain her belt.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm just saying, using the rest and stuff. But, so I'm just any woman who feels like she's up for the challenge.
Love it. That's a great answer.
So we always like to talk about origin and stuff like that. So how'd you break into the business? Were you a fan growing up? And who are some of your favorites? Like, who are some of your influences?
I was definitely a fan growing up. My dad was the one who actually got me into it.
Okay.
When I was younger, we always used to watch wrestling. And it used to be me and my sister. He used to be like, oh, come sit down, watch wrestling. And my sister would watch for like 5 minutes and then she'd leave. And it would just be me and my dad. So then in my family, for the most part, a lot of the older cousins that I have, we're all guys. So we always used to wrestle, and our parents always used to be like, "No jueguen de la mano," which just means like don't play fight by hand. So it was crazy because I wanted to be a wrestler so bad. So I used to have my cousins like flip me over on the bed and all of that. And they threw me one time off the bed and I hit my head on the floor and then I was like bleeding and stuff. But, so I've been about this business for some time. But I did end up going to school because my mom was always a big, you have to go to school. You have to go to school. So I went to the university at Buffalo. And when I finished and came back, I got my job. And then I told myself, you know what? I'm a grown woman. Nobody can tell me anything now. I do my own bills. I do my own stuff. So I just went one day and went to House of Glory. And I spoke to Brian and Amazing Red, and I signed up for wrestling.
Wow.
And I didn't tell anybody.
Oh, really?
Ah.
And how was that received? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the reaction?
Oh my God. I didn't tell anyone for a long time, except for then like slowly I started telling like my sister and my dad, because my dad lives in DR now. So there was certain people, but I used to tell them like, oh, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. So the funny thing is my mom only found out about wrestling when I broke my arm in training. Yeah, so I broke my arm and they had to take me to the hospital, to the emergency room. And then I called and I was like, hey, like, I broke my arm at work. And then she's like, what? Oh my God, we're going to sue them. And then I'm like, okay, no, yeah, so I cannot tell her this. So then I'm like, all right, listen, okay, I really broke it in wrestling. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah, I'm wrestling now. And she's like, what are you talking about? So that's pretty much how she found out. Oh my God. So I did get surgery. I have 6 plates on my left arm and I was out for about 6 to 8 months, but I was always at training, sitting next to my trainer, like with my arm, with my sling, and I was writing in my notebook. I was always there. And then I was at physical therapy, like constantly 3 times, 4 times a week. And I feel like that's what speed up my process. I think also like me wanting to go back so bad because my recovery time, my doctor had said that was supposed to be like a year, 12 months. So even him, he used to be surprised, but wow. And here I am.
Yeah, you're killing it. You talk about obviously being a fan and your family. I feel like my family doesn't get it. They're like, what are you doing? Wrestling? You're doing commentary. What are you doing? But you obviously grew up knowing the product, watching wrestling, because the opportunity is there. We've seen it, man. It blows my mind how many people are getting opportunities or getting these dream matches. It really can happen. Like, who on that national level, maybe someone you watched growing up, would you like to face off hypothetically? Because it can happen. Like Thunder Rosa's fighting a lot of our friends right now.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
Who would you like to face off with on that national stage?
Oh my God. I don't know if she's taking fights anymore, but Lisa Marie. So people might know her as Victoria.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. Love
Great
Victoria.
answer.
Oh my God. I've met her so many times now. So I'm super blessed. I have pictures of her. I have like so many pictures of her. And I always get to see her. One thing that she did get to do for me that I'm okay, I'll take it. She did get to do commentary for one of my matches.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, up at PPW. And it was like a 4-way, and it was me, Adina, Mimi, and Christina. Yeah. And it was a 4-way for the women's title match, and she did the commentary. So I was freaking out. But I had to,
Yeah.
soak it in, and then, and then I'm just doing the pointings, like, But inside I was man, girl, I was like, oh my God, this is happening. But if I get to like fight her before she like officially retires or something, I would be okay with that.
Yeah, that would be amazing. We've met her a few times. Very super nice.
Yeah.
And but that's a great answer. I love that answer. That's perfect right there. So we always like to ask non-wrestling questions because it's always wrestling. I think I saw a new shirt that you put out or a design that's coming out. Are you a big Bob's Burgers fan?
Oh my god, I freaking love Bob's Burger. Like,
You should talk to Gabby.
you don't
Gabby's a
laugh.
huge Bob's Burgers fan.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Like at first, I used to be like, this show's a little corny. But like as you keep on watching, like I catch myself like laughing at the funniest things. So I did get a little inspired with that on my next shirt that I finally revealed, and it's pretty much the beginning of Bob's Burgers, his restaurant. It's the front, but it's kind of like Christmas time now, so I had them make it like a Christmas edition, and instead of Bob's Burger, it says corn on a cloud. And then I have my
Like
little
That's
nice.
then I have standing next to me is my dog. He's a cloud dog because technically this shirt is taking place in the luminous city of Cloud 9. So if you look really closely, the dog is wearing a collar and his name is Nimbus.
Oh, okay.
We love doggies, so yeah. That's awesome. Very cool. I did want to ask you this one. We're all about people using their platform for greater good and good causes. And I believe you're involved with a toy drive or something like that right now. I think I saw on your story. What's going on with that?
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. I love giving back. So I have two other friends with me that are also wrestlers, Encore and Elijah Eden. And we were just sitting down one time because we used to road trip a lot. To different, depending if we have the same shows, we'll road trip together. So I think it was like about 2 months ago. I had told them, I was like, "Hey guys, for the winter, I want to kind of do something special and kind of give back to kids. You know, since we're always, for me, like wrestling. You know, a lot of it, yeah, you're wrestling for like, you know, depending on the show, there's like adults and stuff like that. But I love wrestling for children." So when you don't get to wrestle, another part of giving back would be like different causes for me. So I feel like Christmas is one of those times where it's like everyone deserves a gift. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I wanted to put together a toy drive where I would be able to collect different toys for the month of December and then have a date where whoever wants to come can come, and it's a date where there's going to be different kids that are going to come to the event and pick up toys, free toys. So I had the two guys help me, and they're helping me as well. And if you are in the Manhattan or Bronx area, you can reach out to me if you have any toys or donations that you might want to give. Or if you are in the Brooklyn or Queens area, you can reach out to Encore or Elijah.
Love that. That's a great job out of you. Fantastic for putting that together. We'll put the link. We'll put all the information in the stream as well and in the description. Guys, make sure if you have the means or a way just to donate. You know, everyone deserves something on Christmas, like JC said. That's amazing. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. And I do want to ask you this one. You said Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx. I'm taking it you're a New York girl.
Yes, I am a New York girl. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I wasn't really thinking, but I was going to say, if you are in the Jersey area, you can just reach out, and I have a location for Jersey people as well.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, we're in Jersey. That's why I'm so glad we finally got to see you. But more importantly, we asked the hard-hitting questions here. What is the best pizza spot in New York? What's the pizza spot? This is a serious question. This is the hardest hitting question.
These are the hard questions. Okay.
Or one of them.
Yeah, you could give us a couple if you want. If you
have a spot,
if you can't narrow it down, you could give us a couple.
All right. I'm going to have one of them is definitely Gotham.
Gotham. I think I've heard that before. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's on maybe like 78th Street and York Avenue, around there, 78 or 77. I know because I used to get off on 79th to go to the pool on York Avenue when I was not younger, maybe like 5 years ago, but it's still there. It's definitely still there. That pizza is amazing. And now the other one, people might say no, but what is it? Brothers Pizza?
Okay.
Or is it Two Brothers? There's a couple of different locations. They're like the dollar pizzas, but there's a specific one. It's on San Mark's. That one, I don't know what they put in it, but that one don't taste like no dollar pizza. Listen, it's so good. It's so good. So I normally don't really do the dollar pizzas, but if it's in San Mark's,
Love it. Great answer. And this is one we always like to ask everyone, and we want to be respectful of your time. Thank you so much, JC, for taking the time tonight. This is long overdue. But say you do get that big platform, I'm sure you will one day. You're walking down WrestleMania, AEW All Out, whatever it is, the big platform you're walking out. What band or artist is playing you down to the ring?
Oh my God.
Maybe someone you like to listen to.
You know, I feel like I have to compare it with kind of like the vibe that I have now of my entrance song. So if I can get My Chemical Romance from like back in the days,
nice,
that would be it.
That's an amazing choice.
My Chemical Romance. They got some good ones too. Wow. Love it.
I love My Chemical Romance.
Have you ever seen them?
Yes, I did. I saw them one time upstate.
Got it.
Yeah, Three Cheers is one of my favorite albums. I love that album.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
All right, JC. Well, thank you so much for making a few minutes. But before we get out of here, we are all about that shameless promo here on the BCP. Tell everyone where they can get the merch, where they can follow you on socials, all that good stuff.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening and joining in and hearing us. If you want to give me a follow or ask any questions, my IG is Luminous JC Storm. That's LUMINOUS JCSTORM. And Twitter is going to be the same thing. Facebook, you can just search JC Storm. And I'm a little embarrassed, but I have a TikTok now. I haven't posted anything because I don't know. I don't feel like I'm the greatest dancer, but I promise I'm going to start posting stuff there, but it's the same name. And if you want to also keep in touch, I am putting more and more videos on my YouTube channel, which is the same thing, Luminous JC Storm. If you have any questions about the toy drive or any merch or 8x10s or any of the merch that I'm selling, I sell my Luminous shades. And if you want to keep in contact with any of that, you can just shoot me a DM. I promise you I reply back.
Love it. Thank you, JC. And next time we see you, hopefully here in Jersey, or if we're going up to New York, we'll definitely pick up an 8x10.
I am in Jersey right now.
Oh, you are? What do you got coming up?
Training. I'm training right now.
Oh, you're training.
So
okay, yeah. I got you.
I train with Dean Adams.
Oh, yeah, a lot of great students coming out of there. Well, that says it all right there. But we'll next time we catch at a show, we'll definitely pick up an 8x10. We like to support everyone that makes the time for us. So I can't wait for that. And JC, thank you for making a few minutes of your time, and continue success moving forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Anytime. And like we always say here, guys, on the BCP, everyone stay safe, stay positive, take care of each other. We out.